I have been surviving in my one-block world for more than 1,000 days now. And if you don't know what a one-block world is, let me quickly explain. Imagine you spawn into a new world and all of a sudden all the blocks around you disappear, except the one you spawned on. That's pretty much it. And no, before you ask, if I break the block down below me, another one does not automatically spawn. That would end the challenge pretty fast. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. You might already be able to guess what I've planned for this episode, seeing as where I am. But basically we're at the Wandering Trader farm, and if you watched the last episode you know that we need some items for the end portal duper, and basically that's what I'm gonna attempt to get this episode. Hey, let's go. Please have something of value. Useless, 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 useless. Damned. Okay. I mean, that's not bad. That's one of the 3 things we need. I don't know. Orange dye, maybe? When a Wandering Trader spawns, it resets the clock. So that means in 20 minutes or 1 Minecraft day, the chance of another one spawning is only 2.5%. But if I wait 3 days, then it should go back up to 7.5%, which is the max. So I'll see you guys in a bit. But another one just spawned. Useless.
2,000 years later.
Let's see if he has anything useful. Brown mushrooms. It seems that actually we do need red mushrooms, so it's not as useful as I think. Not very long since the last one, so this one has something better than the brown mushroom. And he doesn't use red sand though. Saplings. Oh, another Wandering Trader spawn, no way. Please have red mushrooms. Oh, that's pointed dripstone, that's actually so good. Yes sir. Oh, I don't have any emeralds on me though. So obviously the reason we need pointed dripstone is for renewable lava. Go back here and get some emeralds. I'm sure I have some somewhere. So pointed dripstone is actually not that important to get a lot of because it's renewable. The next thing I think we're gonna do is build a lava farm. It's gonna be a pretty primitive one, since we only have 1 lava source, I think. Well, we might have 2 actually if we use the one over at the cobblestone farm. Let's build it over here by the thingy. And them up here. Then we build snow like this. And so I might as well just steal the lava from here until we have a bit more. I know that it's only source blocks that are able to generate lava, but yeah, this should work. So now it's just a matter of waiting. I'm not even making this up. It already filled up. I just saw it from the corner of my eye that it already filled up. It hasn't even been a minute. I don't think. Maybe like 30 seconds or something like that since the last clip. Damn, I'm pretty sad I didn't get that on video. That was crazy. I actually wonder how much time it takes on average for one of these to fill up. It's not like when it fills up with water that there's like different stages. It just like is either completely empty or completely full. There's no in between. Oh, that's crazy. I'm gonna AFK a bit more until when day 3 since the last Wandering Trader, and yeah, in a bit. Okay, so I finally removed the portal cell around the end portal, and now we just need to get the items in order to build the gravity block duper. I'm gonna start collecting those. I have a list of the items we need, and yeah, it shouldn't be too hard. The main way of getting redstone now is through trading with villagers, so we no longer have to kill witches for them, which is a huge upgrade. Okay, so I think we have everything we need to build the sand duper here. So yeah, I'm gonna head over there now and we can start building it. I've gathered a bunch of different materials here. I'm gonna make the entrance to the nether portal into like a cave sort of thing. Okay, so this is gonna be the nether portal. When you go through here, you flick this switch, and then it should work. Wait, let me wire this up real quick to show you. So let me show you the new sand duber that I made. So once you go through the portal now, you come out on the other side, and you're basically in this cave. Thought it would look good to have a bit of vegetation down here as well. And the sand duber is basically down here. So once you flick the lever, the sand dubing starts. Let's test it out for like 10 seconds or something. It's pretty quick, as you can see. If you want to know what's happening, basically sand is being pushed into the portal, but it's being retracted at the same time. So some of it land on this block, and some of it goes through the portal, and it basically duplicates. So you can see we got all that sand within like 15 seconds or whatever it was. And I could add a chunk loader to the overworld, and then it would be loaded while I'm standing here collecting the sand. But I think just AFKing for like 5 minutes would give us enough sand for almost a lifetime. So maybe when we come a bit further in our world. But yeah, I think that's a really good step in the right direction. Hey guys, it's me from the future, and I just wanted to say that if you enjoy this sort of content, you should really consider subscribing. It's free and it helps me out a lot, and you can always unsubscribe again if you change your mind in the future. Also, I have a Discord, and I'll link that at the top of the description. Alright, so I was just about to trade with some villagers when it occurred to me that it's actually really tedious to get emeralds. And because everyone knows that you're not actually supposed to trade with villagers in order to get emeralds, but you're supposed to make a raid farm, since it's 2023 and that's what everyone does, I think that should be our next step on our agenda. And in order to do that, we need to get the bad omen effect somehow. Luckily, we do have the outlines of structures in our world, so we can find a pillager outpost and hopefully make some of the pillagers spawn there. I've actually never designed a raid farm by myself before, and I don't believe that this is going to be the first time, so I'm actually going to use someone else's design, and I'm pretty sure that you all know which design it is. It's of course ianxofour's. I'm going to link it down in the description if you want to build it in your own world. But yeah, I think it's a really good idea to make that. Also, we get infinite redstone and infinite glowstone, which is a pretty cool light source, and redstone is just really useful in general for all of the buildings that I make. So in order to build a raid farm, we actually need a bunch of different things. In order to get the bad omen effect, as I explained, we need to find a pillager outpost, and the way I did this was just flying around in my world. And I have a mod called Mini Hut, which allows me to see the outlines of structures, and I could just fly around, and I think it took me like 3 or 4 hours in order to find my first pillager outpost. And during the search I actually found a jungle biome, and a jungle biome is really useful because it's the only biome that you can fish in order to get bamboo, and that's the only way I have of obtaining bamboo in my entire world. So I set up a quick platform here, and I fished for some bamboo, which I used for creating scaffolding, which made the process of building the raid farm a lot easier. It did take me a little while to get the initial bamboo, but after I got the first piece, it took no time to get a lot of it, since you can just bone meal it. Anyways, let's go back to searching for that village outpost. Once again, it took me a couple of hours, but I finally found a real village outpost that we can use in order to get the bad omen effect. So as you can see, there's actually a lace here, which I hadn't planned of. I actually had no idea that we even could get a lace in this world. I hadn't even planned out for it, but I think that's pretty cool. Anyways, I started building a platform here, so we could start getting the bad omen effect. So as you can see here, the green box here is the outline for the pillager outpost, and I just placed the grass blocks within here, and as you can see, pillagers are already spawning, so it goes by pretty fast. And I just stand down here at my platform, wait a couple of seconds, and then I fly back up, and hopefully there's one with a banner. At least that's the plan. So let's see if we can catch one spawning. Alright, you just have to trust me. So as you can see, the raid farm actually generates a pretty decent amount of loot, and we definitely don't need any more emeralds than we have here. We also have the best thing in the world, which is redstone, which is going to be so nice. We have a bunch of that now. We also have a bit of gunpowder, which is pretty useful for, what's it called, rockets. Also, glowstone might be a pretty nice light source to have in the future. So the next step on our plan is actually to make a slime farm. I want to have a slime farm and a honey farm, because sometime in the future I want to make a tree farm, and for the leaf crusher of the tree farm we actually need both of those. However, in order to make a slime farm we also need a magma farm for the magma blocks, and we also need an ice farm, because we want to transport items with ice blocks. So I think I'm gonna get started on those two right now. So real fast, I just made a wither rose farm. It's a pretty fun design and it uses snow golems. Again, it's made by ianxofour. That man is a genius. Anyways, now I have enough wither roses for the long future. And in order to create the magma cream farm, I also needed a lot of obsidian. Luckily that's no problem, since we now have a beacon as well from the wither rose farm. Everyone knows that the best way to make any sort of farm is just to spam portals, so that's what I did. So I think that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. We made a lot of progress, to say the least, and I've already made a lot more progress, so you have to do in the next episode. Anyways, see you guys later.